If Valerie gets knocked down by Jaina without meter, she has like no options. She has to block. If she has meter, she can reversal out of some of Jaina's setups, but Jaina does have setups to counter reversal super. So it's a matter of, does the player know and have those options, right? But those same side late dive kick, like meaty dive kicks, those you can super. The nerf to Jaina's dive kick that actually gave her the extra delay on startup means that super works against that. I have to do what I do versus Grave, which is walk forward a little bit and then do the jump dive kick, which makes it much less ambiguous, and then it'll bait out the super. But once again, if you just block, then you're back to dealing with the mix. So getting out of that's really difficult. Yeah, Sets and Val having almost zero option after knockdown is a bad feeling. You think about all the tools they have at their disposal though, and you're kind of like, I guess that's kind of fine. Like, them having no options after knockdown feels super, super, super bad. But they're so strong in all of their rushdown that it's almost like, if they didn't have that weakness, what else would you do? It's how it goes sometimes. People who think Val is S tier are on some S tier drugs. Valerie is very, very strong. I don't think you can look at her and say that she's the like toppest of the top tier. I don't think that's exactly fair. Her lack of defensive options and her low health, I think, prevent her from that. If she had one or the other, if she had either a little bit more health or slightly better defensive options without meter, I think that would change the calculation and would push her up there. Yeah, her only anti-air is, I mean, you can anti-air with Cyan and Magenta, right? Like, Cyan anti-air is legit. I wish back A anti-air from a distance was more reliable. You can do it, but if you're landing it, it's not, I don't say it's execution, I say it's like luck, right? You put it out there at the right time. Yeah, but if she had a meterless anti-air, she'd be a god. But could you imagine that? Like, if they gave her back A, because it is already, it's either airborne or it's lacking a lower hurt box. I'm not sure which it is. But, like, if you made it legitimately get over lows, which technically aren't a thing, but, like, whatever, back A from Midori or back A from Grave, if it got over those and then anti-aired reliably from a distance, I think that would be wild and so much fun. I think it would open up another kind of layer for Valerie. Mixed Bureau saying, I didn't realize how bad Val's defensive options were until Dr. Zeus showed you the way. And once you realize it, it's like, oh damn, no, she is forced to block in so many situations. Same goes for Setsuki. And I think that's the trade-off, right? Even you look at Jaina, right? Even for her, she has great wake-up reversal options in her Dragon Punch. But it's slow to start, and it costs her health, right? So if you get the bad read, you're getting super punished, and it's easier to protect against and to safe jump against than a lot of other reversals. Jaina has the ability to go hyper rush down like Sets or Valerie, but that's kind of her downside. She has the stronger reversal at a greater cost. Sets and Val just don't have the reversal. Live by the Unga, die by the Bunga. Absolutely. That's how those characters roll, and that's great. You kind of need those characters in these games at some point, right? Like, I like the hyper-aggressive rushdown glass cannons. I played Akuma for years. I played Noelle in Blaze Blue, who was paper thin, but could just, like, combo you to death, right? Those characters are great fun. But to say that they're top tier? I don't know. I'd say that one's still up for debate.